People often ask me how I combine skills, strength and muscle building in one workout. Today, I'm taking you through the exact workout I'm personally following right now. Not the highlights, the actual training behind the skills and physique. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to start with today is always some handstand work. Today on the schedule, single arm straddle wall handstand holds. And maybe I can do some 1 to 3 finger assisted holds. So let's do it. Okay, let's see what we got today. First elevation of the scapula, push into the floor. Okay. Push as tall as I can. Other side. First attempt, left is always my weak spot. Let's take some rest. I think about 1 minute and then move on to another set. Okay, that was just a warm-up set. Now let's get started for the real deal. Let's put up some chalk, some liquid chalk from Calisthenics family. No trash in the gym. We want to keep this space clean. Let's go. Nice. So I got my feet off the wall for almost the whole attempt. So that felt good. I'm gonna do 3 more of these and then jump on to the skill work of this training. All right, so quick tip for those that want to learn the handstand. As I am learning the one-arm handstand, always make sure to use the wall for at least like 50% of your work. Because I see so many people just trying to randomly do like handstand attempts in like an open space, but then you just don't build up the endurance and the shoulder strength that you need, because you need to focus a lot on scapula elevation, like this, pushing your body away, and that's how you will be able to hold the handstand eventually. So it's not just only about balance, it's actually about learning the right body alignment and also just building specifically straight arm strength in your shoulders. Let me go for the final attempt now of today. This is my 5th one. Oh man, what a journey. All right, let's move on to some planche and front lever work. All right, so first exercise of the skill block one-arm handstand work is done. Now we're moving on to front lever and planche work. Today on the schedule is assisted full front lever holds and assisted straddle planche holds. So what I'm doing and how I'm trying to progress in skills is looking back what I did previous week. I can see what I did. I used 3 times a medium black band for the front lever, and I see my seconds from last week, same as with the planche. And today my goal is just to add 1 or 2 more seconds with some of the holds. So let's see what we got today. First up is the planche right here. So let's do it. All right, last time 6 seconds with this strong purple band. So I know what I should do today. I'm feeling kind of heavy, so we'll see. Not bad, not bad. I expect it to be worse today. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna superset this with the front lever. So I'm saving more time and more rest actually in between the planche and the front lever. I aim for about 90 seconds rest in between the planche and the front lever. So ultimately, when I get back to my planche, I have around 3 to 5 minutes of rest for my next attempt. And that is crucial for high intensity strength work. So let's get on to the front lever. All right, time for the front lever. Last time I did 10 seconds with this medium band. So this is gonna be tough today. And for those that are new to front lever training with the band, there are actually 2 ways how to get into it. The first one is the most used one, is grabbing the band around your glutes, around your ass, and then top of your hand, like this in between your finger. Then you grab the bar like this and you get into it. But I feel like you have less grip when you use this method because you have the band sitting in between your fingers. So what I like to use is this approach. So I bring the band over the bar like this, then make sure it's nice and even. Then I just walk into it like this. Now attach it behind my glutes, place it in the middle a little bit right here. And now I can place my hands in line with my hips, like shoulder width, which is ideal, and can use my full grip. All right, let's go. Let's put some music on. Gotta wait for the beat. Let's go. 10 freaking seconds. Come on. Oh, solid. I think that was definitely 10 seconds. I gotta look it back on the cam, which I will do right now, and put it in my notes right here. So I just watched both of the videos back, and that is actually a huge tip that I have for you. If you're training skills, make sure you always record yourself, preferably every single set, because there's always something to improve. And it's also really good to measure your progress, to really count your seconds and put them into your notes. Because if you don't track what you're doing, you just don't know if you're moving forward, and it also don't stimulate you to push that little bit extra hard for your next set. So I just watched back the straddle planche and I noticed I had 7 seconds, but my form could be improved. The straight arms were good, the scapula was good as well, but I needed to focus a bit more on my posterior pelvic tilt activation. So really pushing my hips more down. So I avoid having like an arch back in a planche. Small details, but it's super important. So that's what I'm focusing on now, aiming for 6 to 7 seconds again, but with better form from the start. All right, let's do it. Come on. Oh man, okay, so I think the form was definitely better because I felt it all over the place in my legs, which is a good sign, but I gotta watch the footage back. Let's move on back to the front lever. So with the previous front lever set, I actually held it for 13 seconds, which is awesome because my goal here actually is to just have 4 sets of 6 seconds. If I'm able to get that, I'm allowed to get to the next level. So I think I'm ready to move it up a little bit and use this thinner red band. So let's see what we got with this one.
Stop it. Get some help.
Right now. Come on. Okay, I think that was exactly 6 seconds. So I think this is my sweet spot now. This music, it is our destiny. Alright, skill block is officially done. I wrapped up the front lever and planche with some extra 2 backup sets with the double amount of seconds with the previous attempts, just to get my body used to the actual move I'm working towards and build up that strength endurance. So now that we've got 4 sets done with each skill, now let's move on to the most challenging part of this workout, and that is the strength block, and also the most important one. I'm gonna do 2 exercises in this block. The first one, weighted pull-ups, and the second one, elevated pike push-ups. I'm gonna start with weighted pull-ups as my pulling strength is my weaker part compared to my pushing strength. So I've got my setup ready over there, so let's get over there and get some real work in. My previous workout was more endurance based, so I did like 3 sets of 9 reps with 15 kg. Now I'm working on strength power, so less reps, higher intensity, more weight. So today I'm aiming for 3 sets of 3 to 6 reps with this weight, 25 kgs. Hopefully I hit 6 reps for all 3 sets, so I can bump up the weight for my next session. I always start on this elevation when I'm doing weighted pull-ups because the grip at the beginning is super important. You don't want to like hang towards the bar with a heavy weight hanging below you. So you want to start elevated, grab the bar very tight, and then get yourself into a dead hang position, completely dead hang, and then initiate the movement as fast as possible to build up that strength power. So let's get started. Let's see what we got. All right, so that was 5 reps instead of 6. I want to leave like 1 to 2 reps in reserve while maintaining proper technique and not pushing myself too much. I've had many elbow tendonitis in the past, so I want to avoid this. So I'd rather have like 3 sets of 5 today than one higher set with like 6 reps and then maybe 4 and then maybe 3. So let's not start ego lifting today and just listen to my strength that I got today. Okay, weighted pull-ups done. Ultimately, I got 554 with 25 kgs. So that was not the goal, but at least I get 1 more rep than my previous workout. So that's a win. Then I backed it off with another back off set, 8 reps with half of the total weight to also work on that strength endurance with some extra weight on my belt. So now let's move on to the next one, elevated pike push-ups. All right, I got my setup ready. I got the higher parallettes today and 2 boxes on top of each other. Last time I did like 6 reps and 5 reps. I'm only doing 2 sets of this one because I'm doing a bit more higher rep range. Today, endurance style, I'm aiming for 8 to 10 reps. So let's see what we got. The challenge with this exercise is always just to keep elevating the box, and also you can play around with increasing the range of motion. So the higher you get your parallettes off the ground, the more range of motion you can get, the more time and attention you will have, the more you will train your shoulders. This is actually a really good tip for a lot of you if you want to get stronger in, for example, your handstand push-ups, or you want to work up to your handstand push-ups, but you feel like that is way too far. Then you obviously need to start with pike push-ups. But then a big mistake many people make is like, oh, okay, I can now do like pike push-ups on the floor like this one, and then move on to wall handstand push-ups or even freestanding handstand push-ups. But a much more effective way is actually to improve the range of motion by doing like elevated pike push-ups and increasing the range of motion. Because if you can do like pike push-ups all the way up to here, you make the movement plane twice as big, which then if you're gonna start doing your regular pike push-ups or even like handstand push-ups that go until a 90-degree angle, it's gonna be way easier for you because you are used to doing range of motion all the way up till here. So that is why I do this exercise, and even I prefer this compared to wall handstand push-ups. So let's do it. Let's go beast mode on this one. Okay, so what I do here, I grab the parallettes purposely on the edge, so I have room for myself that I can get more range of motion with this movement. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so that is a bit of a bummer actually. Last time I had 6 reps on this one. Now I felt after 5 reps it was getting quite intense. Maybe because I've been filming this whole workout, I don't know. The strength is definitely a bit gone. Anyway, still 5 reps in here. So let's take some more rest, do another set, and just take it from here. Part of the training too, guys. One last thing about this, I feel like you can't get better in every single exercise during every single workout. Sometimes I have this belief that I would like to get new PRs and progress with each new exercise, but that's just not realistic, right? I already had a PR and some very strong attempts on my front levers and my planche, so I should be happy. So strength block is done, weighted pull-ups, bike push-ups done. Now we're moving on to the next part and final part of this workout, and that is the hypertrophy strength endurance block. To gain those extra muscles that we need for those skills, right? We don't only want to do skill training and high intensity strength training, we also want to build up that muscle so we can recruit more muscles that we can then carry over to more strength, right? So that's the goal of this part of the workout, and I like to correlate my hypertrophy work towards skills. So I'm working on front lever and planche, so I'm gonna do some exercises that will help me gain more muscle, but also work on the movement plane of that specific skill. So the first one is front lever raises, tucked front lever raises. This is similar to actually like a pull down in the gym where you grab like a cable and pull the weight with straight arms towards you, which will build your lats. It's one of the best exercises to build your lats in the gym, but this is the same thing. It's the same method. And the best part, you don't even need like a full cable machine. You can just use the bar. So I'm gonna do that and superset this with probably some kind of planche work. I might actually go for just dumbbell straight arm planche raises. It's really hard to find like a pure bodyweight exercises for this one, or you can do like presses in the band, but I feel like I'm too tired for that now. So I just grab like a small dumbbell and do this movement to really build the front delts, the shoulders, and also the biceps, and just build up that straight arm strength. So let's get into that. Well, finally also finished those last 2 exercises. Did about 8 reps with each exercise, and what I just love about this last part of the workout, this hypertrophy strength endurance block, is just the feeling to get like totally pumped and to like, I don't know, it just hits different than like high intensity strength training with low reps and with skill training where you need a lot of focus as well. Here it's just like put your mind off and just go absolutely beast mode. And that is also a part what I really like about training, and actually about the early days of my like weightlifting, gym training back in the days when I started my fitness career after I switched over to calisthenics after like 1 year of fitness training. So guys, that's it. That's my workout of today. I hope you liked me showcasing my workout. I hope you find my tips valuable that I shared with each exercise. I try to bring in some value during each part of the workout. So let me know if you find this valuable and if you'd like to see more showcase workouts of me, my personal workouts. And yeah, that's it about this training. Of course, if you want to train like me and like a lot of other Calisthenics family members that are absolutely crushing it, then make sure to download our Calisthenics family workout app where you can find structured programs to track your progress just like I did today. And we even give you targets with every single exercise so you always know where you should go, but also have this motivation of an app that really gives you the direction. Because honestly, if you train without direction, you're just not going to get there. So make sure to download our app, Calisthenics Family, in the Google Play or App Store. And one final thing before I wrap up this video, of course I'm going to give away one equipment today as well as with all our videos. So today I'm going to give away one setup for liquid chalk. This is not the prettiest bottle anymore, but this is really high quality stuff. It's match free, it really dries immediately, it's long lasting, and it has the Calisthenics Family brand, and that's the most important one, right? So if you'd like to win this liquid chalk bottle, make sure to like this video, subscribe and comment within the first 7 days. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in one of the next ones. Peace out.